Oh yes, the news bulletin comes on. Not bulletin, but the news on the hour, right? Comes on every hour on ELBC Radio. It's on 99.5. 99.5 and other frequencies across Liberia. You cannot afford to leave this one. You gotta keep tuned to the show, especially when it's on ELBC Radio and other frequencies across the country. My people in Maryland County, 99.9, 89.9. My people in Maryland County, how do I say hello in Gribble? Well, my people in Lofa County, how do I say hello? Yanae, my people in Bone County, how do I say hello? Katwae, my people in Nima County, how do I say Babwa? Awo, Ilome. I also say, where's my man Yankona, Dana Yankona? In a manner vernacular, how do I say? It will. If you are in Kema County, you say Yakune. Welcome to the Bumper Show on the ELBC Radio. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalufagala Kian Malaklu Nyalewantokau Zobo Woma Nanganakbo Samashan Griffin Nanganakbo. Have you seen a mosquito poo before? Mosquito poo. You know, if you have seen a mosquito poo, then you are mysterious, just I am. Nobody sees a mosquito poo. Only what you see is when the mosquito sucks a human being, you see the blood on the person's hand or the person's body, right? But I can see a mosquito poo. That's how they're coming in. I'm here till 6 o'clock. On the flip side of 4 o'clock this afternoon, I have with me the NCD, National Commission on Disability, the head of the commission, Miss Dantonwon Paybayee. And this is a formulation of the government communication team that brings together officials of the government from the ministries and agencies to talk about progress they have made in the last 6 years since they were appointed in those positions. Thanks to Minister Jalawa Tompo, who has been reaching out to these individuals. And that team comprises the Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism, the Office of the President's Press Secretary, and that of LBS. Yes, we'll bring these people to talk about their progress. All the progress are in their institutions. There are a lot of progresses we made, and so we'll talk about them. Before we go, it is on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. You cannot afford to go away because the best is yet to come. After Miss Paybayee has parted company with me and my producer Anthony Williams, next coming up will be the head of the National Lotteries, Antonio Nangbe. He will be my guest on the flip side of 5 o'clock. Let's bow and pray. This is the format on this program. We invite one of our language announcers to come and pray for us in the vernacular of just for 1 minute. The man who comes from Plimo, Maryland County, will pray for us in Gribble. Sylvester Jiro. Now where
we are Jara. I've been in yes, so I read Jorona Goro. I'll be broke by it. I've been in yes, so I broke by 9 President Josh Manawea. I go mana tu I boribo I korenyo I sochio I dremo tunyo nana ala bua propagoro ala bua de data pano any detuemo abiene gre nyisoa yo jono gona o mene gana jire bo jaguri kana body a propa jire motua ba amokonye de utu ya jire mo kan no ajire mo ite abiene grenye so a labua gwatu mo ne kan epe gre EBC no che de akon pere anemo probro a rona ai nene amola labua block na goro agbure bra kan no mo akwan pere anyoto mu dia udi ai nyo kana ya ma yo panu no motere labua gomnanyo upa ne somo emomo yera paten tu nyu di da amo bere turu no konfro bro agbure anene goro adi ochara gwepi otere kono nyu udi dia aturedu nyeso akwa abiene ne goroba yo ala bua block pa eteta nyeso abopo akrupe mo for Christ.
Amen. The man from Playboy, his name is Sylvester Gino. He prays for us in the grove of vernacular. You know, usually this is a segment of the program that we cannot forget. These people will come and pray for us in the vernacular, pray for the president, pray for the vice president, pray for every elected official of the government, and pray for appointed officials, and pray for Liberians in general. Just in 1 minute. That's the format. Let's listen to this one. I cannot find the guy who prays for us in the Pele vernacular called PCK, but I'll bring this one called Begube, because we'll talk about Begube's achievement. Begube. Oh yes, I got the whole chorus saying beside me. The whole chorus says beside Begube. The Pelepo going. How do we call you in Bon County? We call him Flomo in Bon County. His name is Flomo. The tallest man, or the tall man, is called Flomo in Bon County. So Bon County gave him the name Flomo. You go to Lofa County, his name is Tanu. You're lean small, man. As Lauren Bobo is following us from Lufa County for Foya District. I want to read for you a comment before I go to Miss Dantonwon Paybayee, the woman who speaks the vernaculars. She speaks the manner, she speaks the giver as well. We'll talk about challenges, not challenges, but the progress we made by our institution for the last 5-6 years on the Begube. In before she was appointed, there were 10 windows left on her desk. And Dantonwon knows to tell us about what she has done and what they have achieved at the institution, the National Commission on Disabilities. Let me welcome Miss Dantonwon Paybayee. She's my guest on the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio. Let me say welcome. I will try to find the guys who are sending messages to say hi to you. I'll find them later and read them later. Welcome. Happy New Year.
Same to you, and Happy New Year to the peace-loving people of Liberia, people with disability across the 15 political subdivision. It's always great to be at a listening audience.
How is the NCD? It's the National Commission on Disabilities, right?
Yeah, it's the National Commission.
The last time I checked you were giving some assistance to people from the institution who are disabled people as a result of some commitment being made to you, and you were helping them to just give them some honorariums and that over some graduate handshakes. How did it go?
So it was the empowerment project that we're undertaking.
Okay.
And that empowerment project went actually well. And the empowerment project, like I said, it came about as the result of the climax of the National Disability Summit that we had, and the document that came out of it, which is the National Disability Roadmap that I'm going to talk more about. So
okay.
It was out of that document that one of the thematic areas highlighted the issue of empowerment, and with the support from His Excellency, adding his voice to our voice, and with the increment in our budget, there was a particular component of it that had to do with our empowerment, targeting specifically those in the street. We know all people with disability are going through a lot of challenges, but in disability, there were key categories that we felt that were really, really vulnerable, and those in the street. And that came about when Isaac was involved in an accident at Vamoma. Isaac is visually impaired, and he was hit by the car, and then when they took him to the hospital, they had to amputate his leg. So he came to the commission, he was like, can you people help me to see, because where I live on the old road, it's challenging to get to the bathroom, but if you can help me to see how you fix a bathroom in my house that I already have. So I said, but then what we can do through this, we can work on a concept and see how we share it. And our government, being a government that listens, was able to honor that, and through that project we're able to
so Avin has a very good bathroom now in
we're
his
able
home.
to fix his bathroom, definitely, and
Wow.
we were able to touch the life of all 889 persons with disability across the country.
For not funny.
For not funny.
Let me welcome Erin Jukoyon Bobo. She's in the office of the Director General of LBS. Hilton Willajiro, you have joined us. Emin Hammer, you have joined us. Ruben B has joined us. Ju J. Wonware has joined us as well. Let me listen to you. And then the intent of this interview is to hear from you people who are appointed by the president for the years you've been there and the years you were not there, from the briefing notes you saw about the progress you've made in your own sector as disability head. Let me sit at least for 5 minutes uninterrupted and listen to Miss Dantonwon Ambassador Dantonwon Paybayee. Give us update about the progress you have made since President Weah got in power. That you empower, how many young people you have empowered as a disabled head, and what are the progresses you've made, and what do you think about tomorrow?
So again, like I've always said, I'm very grateful to His Excellency Ambassador Dr. George Weah for the opportunity afforded to serve myself. I say myself because I'm with disability. Every positive and negative impact on the community, I'm a direct beneficiary. So the opportunity came in June 2021 when I was appointed by His Excellency, and then I was confirmed by the House in August. So one of the challenges we face in the community of persons with disability is that usually when many of our colleagues, when we serve in spaces, the issue of turnover no jala is something we don't get. So it was unfortunate that I was not able to receive that note. But being actively with the community of persons with disabilities from 2004, we always work along with the commission from different angles. So when we took over, one of the things that opened the door for me was the trip that I made with His Excellency to Paris.
Just after you got appointed,
Right
about
after my
few
appointment,
days.
yeah. He took me on
One
that
of
trip.
the few privileged Liberians.
He took me on that trip to Paris, and I had the opportunity to have a meeting with UNESCO. And the UNESCO group that I met with was the overall office of UNESCO. And then I was able to bring to their attention the issue of livelihood and the issue of the National Strategic Disability Roadmap that was going to help us to have a clear recommendation, constructive recommendation that government can be able to look at to address the needs of persons with disability in Liberia. And having I highlighted a few of those pillars to them, they said what happened is that from Paris, we cannot support directly to Liberia, but we have our regional office that is in Nigeria, and Nigeria covered the West Africa office, so we'll connect you to Nigeria. And that's how I was connected to Nigeria. And then with that connection with Nigeria, Nigeria was able to come in immediately. And then we contacted the Ministry of Finance also and told them that it was good that the International Disabled Day that was coming, we could work around something that could be tangible, that could be a guiding tool, that could be a document that government can use. Even though the government, as government is continuity, the government have the National Commission on Disability Act passed into law. We highlight a lot of things that should be looked at by government in order to better our life. We also have the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability that was ratified by government and domesticated. So with all of that, we say it would be better that we look at a practical way through which people with disability life can be touched. And that's how we say among ourselves, what we'll do, let's try to see how we find some consultant that can do this piece of job. And among us, we realize we have people with disability who have the requisite knowledge and skills to be able to deliver this. So right away, we have very consultative meetings with people with disability, and out of those meetings, we came up with 9 thematic areas that could be captured. And those 9 thematic areas that came from people with disability, because Jada, you know, there's a difference between need approach and necessity. Okay. Sometimes you will feel that the people need this, and then when you do it, it will not really be a beneficiary to them because it didn't come from them to say this is what we need. And you know, so from there, people with disability were able to highlight the issue of work and employment. They highlighted education, looking at both vocational and that of scholarship. And that came on the issue of empowerment because they said on empowerment, we could look at business, livelihood, and other things. And then we also have agriculture and food security. We had the issue of representation and decision making. We have accessibility and that of mobility with assisted technology, health. We have sport and recreation and that of access to justice. So when we did that, at that meeting, what was very much touching to us as people with disability, and as even we open the line, you're going to hear them talk about it. As we followed our veterans of the community of persons with disability, there has not been no time in Liberia that the president of the country have gone to celebrate those days that matter with people with disability, like sitting with them and listening to them for hours. Sometimes you will even have stakeholders that will come to your meeting, but the moment they speak briefly, they are gone away. But we had the president of His Excellency on the 3rd of December, that was 2021, to
you
open...
You mean, oh, 2021?
2021
okay.
December. It was 2021 December. International Disabled Day is the 3rd of every December of the year. So that particular celebration, we decided to launch the National Disability Summit, and he was able to attend that summit with us. And at that summit, we presented a draft of the roadmap that was going to be discussed within 2 days, and then we said to him that at the end of this document formulation, we would like for this document to be signed. And fortunately, when we did that, that document was signed. Another thing that we did was we said the National Commission on Disability cannot only be Monrovia or Maserati. We thought to structure the commission across the country. So previously, the commission had county coordinators. So what we did, we decided to decentralize the level of the district. So we said the coordinator alone cannot run the county. So what we did at the level of the district, we had district coordinator for operation and secretary. So at the county level, we also added 2 persons to the county coordinator, that is the deputy coordinator for operation and secretary. So that at their level, they can be able to organize some level of meetings among them and to be able to get some of those issues that people with disability are faced with, and then it can be brought to us. And while we advocate at the national level, whatever opportunity that comes, it can be able to spread out to everybody. And with that, people with disability were going to feel they're part of everything that is happening at the level of Maserati. So one thing we're able to do, we're able to ensure that the visibility of the commission was across districts and across the country. Even there were some people with disability who said, we didn't know that they have the National Commission on Disability. Another thing we did was to strengthen the relationship of the commission with international partners and donors. We start to engage the various ambassadors, the various head of the UN agencies, the various head of other international groups, and what we did, we invited them at the office to first of all hear from them what was their plan and their activity towards disability inclusion as we all seek to realize the proper agenda for development. And with that, a lot of them were able to point out a few things that they were doing and that they were also looking up to us to see what we could do. And then we brought about the issue of the document that we were working on. So at that launch, a lot of them were able to show up. So again, after the launch of that document and signed by the president, one thing we realized also that I talked about previously when we asked me was the increment in our budget.
Yes,
the National Commission on Disability budget, since it was established in 2005, have not exceeded $350,000.
So that's a significant jump, and that is attributed to the government of George Weah.
Definitely, and our budget was increased for the first of its kind to $629,000 United States dollars.
And previously, it was what, the previous time?
Like I said, it didn't exceed $350,000.
Oh, okay.
When the commission was established, the first amount that was received by the commission was $75,000, and it started to increase up to $150,000, up to $200,000, and so forth. But it never exceeded $350,000. But after the summit with this document, and the document was done in such a way that it had budgetary allocation and everything, the way in which we developed the document. So it was based upon that our budget was increased. And one of the things we targeted was specifically the aspect of empowerment. And with this empowerment,
and so many of your people are being empowered.
Empowered beginning with education. Like education is the key to independent living for persons with disability.
Absolutely.
At the University of Liberia, there are over 13 to 15 students with disability at the university. There are students also at AMU, because many of the universities don't accept the visually impaired. So more often, most of our students you find at AMU, at UMU, and other universities are the visually impaired. But at the University of Liberia is where you find more physically challenged.
But after this, you have been in your progress report. Don't tell me, say, since we got there, it was difficult at University of Liberia, but now we broke those barriers, and then we are having many enrolled at the University of Liberia.
One of the things we are able to do is the issue of talking to the university, engaging the university on the issue of bringing classes down for students with disability. That's one of the things we're able to achieve.
And you did that, you achieved that.
We're able to work around that. We have a student-based group on campus also that when we're even there that we're able to work on, called the University Disability Student. We're able to work with them. We even have meeting with the Dean of Student Affairs and all of that to ensure. One of the things we also did that we've been working with the university president on is to ensure that they gave us the ground floor of the guys' dorm and the ground floor of the boys' dorm so that we can renovate, making the doors and everything wider, that people with disability will be able to stay there. Because even the issue of access on transportation to get there was also a challenge. So we're able to even help in ensuring that some of them get places closer to the university, that they can access the university. We're also able to ensure that a group of them say we live at rehab. The issue of keke will be able to help us to get on the campus easily. So these were some of the ways we're able to help. And with the rest of the students that are in town, we're able to help with their fees at the AMU University and other universities. We also prioritize vocational education, including Stars College. There were some students that said to us, for us, we want to attend a Stars College, and we're able to sponsor them as well. There were a lot of them who said, for them, they wanted to go into small businesses, and we're able to also prioritize that, because as you came to us and said to us what it is that will help to empower you, that was how we're able to approach it. There were some who said they wanted to do agriculture, and we're able to support about 13 institutions that merged to do agriculture.
Now, Madam Paybayee, your conversation, one thing is centers around just Monserrado. But what about the other counties? You've been head of this commission for some time now. How do you unite the people in the rural parts of the country, which could be a success story for you as we enter? We just entered 2023.
So all of what I'm talking about that we didn't do it only in Monserrado, but we're able to also empower people with disability in Bond County, and that of people with disability in Nema as well. So it was not only in Maserati, but also in the rest of the county. And like I said, each time, one of the things that people with disability that matters to us is the issue of sometimes the celebration of the day. Because people with disability travel across the country is also a bit challenging. So one of the things we do is to prioritize them in every activities and program that the commission was having in Maserati. And we also thought to decentralize some of our activities, like the International Day of Persons with Disability that was celebrated this last December. We took it to Nimba.
In Nimba.
So going to them also was something that was recommended. So that also made them to feel a part of it. And when we went to Nima, we gave the responsibility to people with disability from our region to be able to organize and coordinate everything that we did in our region. So that's basically how we've been doing our activities. So it's not only in Maserati, but all of the county coordinators across the 15 county and the 73 district coordinators, they are being involved in everything. Another thing we're able to do also, we participated in a regional conference of ECOWAS Disability Summit that was held in Abuja and subsequently in Nigeria. During those meetings, we were able to come up with a national strategic action plan for disability in West Africa. As you know, the AU have also adopted a disability protocol on human rights. So in implementing that, that was a body that was set up for us to ensure that we have this document within the ECOWAS region that can be able to ensure that ECOWAS member states also concentrate on disability. We're also able to adopt a motion that at the level of ECOWAS, they will also have a disability component that will be able to ensure the implementation of this particular document. So these are some of the things that we were able to do. And again, we cannot be telling people to make their buildings accessible and to make their compound accessible, and our compound is not accessible. Like I said to people, if the house don't sell you, the street will not buy you. The government, through the Ministry of Finance Development Planning, was able to support the commission and were able to make the compound of the National Commission on Disability very much accessible. And after that renovation process, the controller said to me, Paybayee, we've been with the commission for the past 12 years. I was not able to walk around this building. But as it is, no person with disability will enter the compound of the Commission on Disability and have any hindrances of getting to any of the offices or getting to anyone that you want to get to, be it in a wheelchair, be it using crutches, or whatever assisted technology. So that is one thing, and our compound was dedicated just shortly. So these are some of the support that were made. We've gotten the recognition, not only by government, but by development partners and donors. And the lead supporter and sponsor of the National Commission on Disability as we look forward to this year has been government.
Now, so it has been government, but tell us about your engagement over the years with international partners that have helped to make this thing running where it's running right now.
So one of the things we're also able to do was to engage UNICEF. UNICEF have been our very, very close partner, and that of the UNDP. The UNDP was able to develop, along with the disabled community, a document called the National Action Plan. And that National Action Plan, we're able to also present of the progress that have been made on it so far at the GONE conference. That National Action Plan has 6 indicators. And with that document, it was looking at the development of the life of people with disability from the policy perspective. So coming up with the roadmap that was looking at the development of our lives from the grassroots, we now thought it was to see how best we work along with UNDP in ensuring that we align the 2 documents. So UNDP was able to hire an international consultant and that of a local consultant. That document was taken across the 15 county through regional consultation. We have 4 regional consultation that was supported by both the UNESCO that I talked about and that of the UNDP, and they were able to support that consultation, and that document was validated. It was also officially launched this time at the International Day of Persons with Disabilities that was held in Lima. And that document will help to open a door for more development partners to be able to look towards the direction of people with disability. When we engage UNICEF also, it was on the issue of aggregate data for people with disability, because as we still speak, the issue of clear data on people with disability is still a challenge. So more often, we reference the survey that was done by UNICEF in 1997 that said with 16% of the Liberian population, And then the census said
16% of disabled people.
16%
Okay.
of people with disability right after the war in 1997. That was
But I guess the number has increased.
definitely. So, but then in 2008, the census said we're around 14% of the population. As we look forward to the result that is to come now, one of the things we've been looking up to is that it's been estimated that people with disabilities should be around 20% of the Liberian population, because every year during the International Day of Persons with Disability, there's a statement from the Secretary General that states that people with disability were 1 billion people across the world. And 60% of that 1 billion was
1 billion disabled people
across the world. And that 60% of the 1 billion were in Africa. And in Africa, you find huge number of them in post-conflict countries. Post-conflict countries like Liberia, like Sierra Leone, for example, even with the group that we work with, the organizations we work with, there's a group of people that are the war affected. That group is a group that is registered with government, with article incorporation and business registration and all of that. All of them, a lot of them part of that group, nearly 90% became disabled as a result of the war. So another thing we're able to also prioritize in ensuring that people with disability fully unite across the country was to ensure that we work with every organization of persons with disability that were registered, that had adequate incorporation and business registration.
Okay.
And this we're able to do, that have been able to unite people with disability across the country. So these organizations, the 78 organizations we work with, they are across the entire country.
Wow.
And also another thing that we've been receiving as a support from the Office of the President directly had to do with festive season, wherein he put smiles on the faces of people with disability.
Wow.
And that we're able to take to the various counties this year. Bomi benefited, Nima benefited, Grand Bassa benefited. So it was not only in Maserati. So like we said, we've been able to decentralize a lot of things that we do.
Wow, this is significant, and I like to hear that disabilities is not your inability. That's the phrase
the
I hear from you
slogan.
many of the time. But in the last years, President Weah stays in power for the last 5 years. He goes to address a SONA on Monday next week, Monday. Now, what do you do as a person with disability to organize programs, maybe in the counties or in strategic areas, in regional areas, that your members can listen to the president and have some, maybe one must say to merriment somewhere and say we are celebrating 6 or 5 years in the president's tenure, because to give you about $600,000, you didn't have more than that. You didn't have half of that before. It's a significant leap in your advocacy for change for disabled.
So what we've decided tomorrow, like I said, one of the thing also I said here before when I came was that we have a regular coordination meeting of all of these institutions that I talk about that takes place every last Thursday in the month, and then every first Tuesday is meeting with all women with disability. So tomorrow is actually our meeting, and you were just letting the cat out of the bag, because that was exactly one of the reasons why our meeting tomorrow will be looked at. With all of what we have highlighted, people with disability themselves, it's just that with the restriction and that people have to go there by invitation, if that was not the case, I'm going to tell you, this summer, this year, you are going to see people with disability in number than you have ever been. They have ever been. So one of the things we'll do tomorrow, we're going to discuss exactly the way out. And once we climax that, and we are doing it, we'll definitely let you know about that. But I can't say everything here, because tomorrow is our meeting at 11 o'clock, and that is one of the things we're going to be discussing.
Miss Dantonwon Paybayee, she's an ambassador. I call Ambassador Dantonwon Paybayee. She's my guest on the Bumper Show, and this is a making of the Government Communication Office. As the president gets prepared to address the founders' SONA, the State of the Nation address on Monday, it behooves the government communication team to organize programs appropriately to bring these government officials, people from who are ministers in the government, those who are directors in public entities, to tell us about the progress they've made in the last few years since President Weah been in power, so that people who are in these centers will know the impact they have made. So let me ask you the final question. We'll take a break, then we'll come back and take some calls. So what has it been? Can you tell us rough statistics about people who have taken out of their disability lives and made them better off? Do you have that number? Because sometimes it's difficult because the counties are 15, and then sometimes you don't have the mobilization to go and find them. But on the bigger scale, what can you say about those who have taken from poverty in terms of their disabilities?
So what has happened is, to admit to you, like I said from the beginning, with the empowerment, the Disability Empowerment Project, we're able to touch the life of over 889 persons with disability. But since we took over the commission, Jala, one of the things I decided not to do is not to use people's situation and to always like, if we're doing this for you, we take your picture, or we take this, or we take that. But the reason you have seen the disabled community to some extent very quiet has been the result of our engagement with them, and it has been the way in which we have been able to look at disability issues. One of the things we said among ourselves when we took over was that we wanted to see our life from a practical perspective. Disability in Liberia were looked at from a theoretical perspective. That is, looking at policy, looking at document. Even though somebody would say, you people can, you still look at the issue of policy to ensure that you have a roadmap or that you have the National Action Plan, yes, but we prioritize the practical thing that we go through on a day-to-day basis. I grew up with disability in Liberia, and there's nothing to fake about. The reason why the support during festive season very effective is because we know exactly the challenges people with disability face in accessing food. The reason we prioritize agriculture to see how people with disability can do something with their hand that after 3 months, after 6 months, they can have result is as the result of the understanding of the work that we do. The reason we have to say if a lady need market, if she tells you, say, I need 30,000 or I need 40,000 to make business, no need to negotiate with her, is because we are experiencing this particular thing every year. And because we have experienced them, this is why we try to see how best we find solution to it. So the practical steps we've taken have been a way in which we've been able to do exactly what it is.
Wow. Let me pause for a while and take a break and come back. And I'll come back, I'll take some calls for you to talk to the... Oh yes, I want to be a eater Richie, but let me take this one from here, just a bit of this one, and we'll come and go. Because it's Bastuna, it's got Tuna for Life. Oh, what's happening? What's happening in my video? Oh, what's happening in my video? It's paused by itself. No. Please go. Mr. Moses Wasi Johnson. My own bear. Honorable Moses Wasi Johnson is tuned to the radio right now on ERBC Radio, a Liberian journalist. Welcome to the show, Magbea.
How many times do you want me to say I love you? 'Cause then I tell the world I do. Even if you want me, girl, I do. Baby, girl, come be my love for life.
Mr. Ata Kiamungotolo, how are you, the man who is representing District 6 in the next legislature? He tells me, say, Jala, I am the next representative of District 6. Ata Kiamungotolo. Where is the big brother? Natana Falo Mangeo. The man who is contesting in Maggie County as senator. And he said to me, Jala will beat everyone who comes my way. He will make it I do. This is Tuna for life.
How many times do you want me?
Welcome to the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio. Or while we'll play Miss Jagador, but we'll take a small break, then we'll come back and take some calls. Dantonwon Paybayee is here as my guest on the show this afternoon. Be my love for life. Where's the man called Joseph Smith, the proprietor of Supreme Kits on the Pueblan Road, where Jasmine Gravy goes. And then I think they head of NCT want to say something before we go to the line. Do you want to say something? I know you want to say. Let's just end quickly. Hey, come on. In any way, he will come on. Oh yes, the guy is president's girl. And you say, you girl, I had to love in my heart. When he said Neni Pele means woman. Oh, anyway, he will come on. That's how I was saying, Pele, I love you. He will come on. I will take a course very shortly. Orlando Sammy is watching and following the show right now. Welcome to the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. It is on the nation's biggest platform. My guys at Radio DMP Law in Lofa County are relaying this program. Radio Makoni Kona rather, they are relaying this. And my guy, Sego Kroma said he relays the Bumper Show in Grand Jure County, just on Top FM. Radio Sancoin in Sanokole also relays it. And you know, the other one comes on our side. When she speaks, people listen to her and say, oh, I'm not speaking. I will take your calls now. 0770-560-560, 080-514-096. You can call those numbers. The first call is here. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jala.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is the boss of Aloysius Yao from Kakata. I want to say good afternoon to the director in the studio.
Afternoon.
She listening.
Very well. Yeah, very well. I would like to allow you to actualize your dream and visions. I always recommend sometimes, most of the big days, you come around because a lot of people want to be definitive or get the problem of disability due accidents and different other issues. This is the problem. You come into the county, you create a genius for the different community radios, then to have the actual number of the group of persons with disability. Thank you so much. But however, I have a little boy who was born from the day he's born. He crossed on his bare hand. Right back to where I live in my yard. I've been crying for this little boy and see how I can help him too. So those are the ways to capture them.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so very kindly. S. Lawrence Bobo, the man who calls on Foya District listening on the radio DMP Law is on my radio. Welcome to Monroe from Foya District.
Thank you so much, the great nephew of our day.
This is your greatest nephew of all time.
Thank you so much. This is the Makona radio station.
Okay, sir. Let's hear you.
Okay, first of all, let me appreciate the director. This is Ed Lowen, Bobo, President. We are the maximum we are re-elected president. They did to one time.
One time.
One time.
One time.
The first round, you all play our role in the president way. Rest of the leadership. Let me just go to the
I met him. The guy was in a wheelchair, right?
Yes, the woman who used that motorbike that get it.
Oh, the guy, the fat man, right? In the one who used the motorbike.
They are two.
Oh, they are 2 years, and the other man I interviewed on the square in Foya that day.
Yeah, that is it.
Wow.
So that is female boom. But what you guys are doing, the one we say we're here, we say now before everything we are sick.
Mm.
But therefore, Mama, we pray God that the government, one person we are going with the one time, they store our money, they will support you guys.
Okay.
Those who born
Thank you.
disabled, those who were disabled when they were born, they are two different categories. But thank you so much. Pray God for the long life.
I will give the lady's number to you later. You talk to her because we have 3 disabled I know in Afuya that they are ahead. You need to start having conversation with her to see how they can reach out to you
That's the
guys.
structure we established you're talking about.
Okay.
That's the commission structure.
Okay. She shows you respond to that. Thanks a lot. Let me take the next caller here. Hello, you live on the bumper show. Let's hear you quickly. Hello. Oh, he dropped the line. Ever says I didn't know that. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you, my friend.
Well, thank you, Jalad, and good afternoon to you and Joseph.
Good afternoon, my brother.
How you doing?
Yes, let's hear you quickly.
Well, thank you. Jalad, let me first take this time to appreciate the President of the Republic of Liberia. If you go back, I mean, all this first 6 years of President we are as President of this country, you will realize that indeed much attention has been given to the disabled community. Something that, I mean, is not questionable. Nobody can say anything about it. Now, I also want to tell the lady in studio, across the country, she has offices across the country, but there are some soft organizations, like for example, they got a group of G77, they got a National Union of People with Disabilities. I don't know how is the commission working with this group. You realize that in some of these countries, like find out where I'm from, I mean, I still see this issue of misunderstanding. You know, somebody is claiming to be the head of the county, other person is claiming to be. I mean, I don't know what has been the intervention from the commission.
Okay.
People work together as a team, which would be very important for the common good of the disabled community.
All right. She's listening. She'll respond to those questions. Hello, welcome to the next caller. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Guru, how are you?
I'm okay, sir. What's your name? Where do you call from?
Yeah, good afternoon to the studio guest. I'm April G. Jr. calling from ONSA Police Academy.
Okay, sir.
I'm now disabled, but I got great interest in voluntary work there and from Grand Bassa District 4. And I have my brother there is disabled. So, what you're talking about the district coordinatorship, I would like to recommend him because he get a
Where is that you said? Where is that?
District number 4, electoral 5, Grand Bassa County.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I want to be in connection with
And she said they are establishing structures in the county, so and that would just be a good recommendation. Thanks a lot, my brother.
Yeah, so we have a number later.
Okay, she'll call a number before she leaves. Hello, welcome. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, welcome. How are you?
I'm Francis S. Yusuf from Fair District, Lofa County, to be precise, Pomero community.
Okay, Foya. Welcome to Monrovia, Foya.
First and foremost, I want to commend the studio guests for this nice discussion this afternoon, especially with related to physically challenged people. You know, many people feel that when they are physically challenged, they can't do anything on their own way. It's not true. Now people say that are physically challenged and wherein they are doing things on their own. Now, please, I want the lady to stretch on the skill training. We want the disabled people to learn at least different skills so that the community can be benefiting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you again. The next caller is here. Welcome. I will take 3 more calls and call it a day. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. You sound like a female.
Yeah, Minister Gertrude Williams.
Minister Gertrude Williams, where do you call from, madam?
I'm calling from the Ministry of Transport.
All right, let's hear you. What's your concern? Make your interventions quickly.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Honorable Dantonwon Domah Paybayee.
Okay.
And I listened to her explanation and what she's been doing, been filing for
Okay.
doing the time since she took over in October last year, before last rather. We all got appointed at the same time, and from the time that she was appointed, I visited the.
But a lot of you must have appointed the same time too, because at the same time they appointed.
All got appointed.
So you are my counterpart, right? You my counterpart.
Yeah. Assistant Minister for Administration Insurance.
Okay, Minister. It's good to talk to you, Madam Minister. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she's been doing well. I mean, the place it is ever friendly when you get in a community, in a office. It's very, very disabled friendly, and this is what we really need. If you are in leadership and head of institution, you have to work towards that. Then people see your legacy that when you leave, people will know that this person was working, and this is what it did. So I want to say thank you, continue your work, and God will see you through.
Thank you, Madam Minister. I appreciate you, and thank you. I want to say thank you guys for the work you do at the Ministry of Transport. I really appreciate you people.
You're welcome.
All right. Where's my friend and brother, Minister Robert?
Yes,
Hello, welcome.
yes, good afternoon. This is Man Joe. Sarah Joe, Bishop is there, woman. I want to tell you.
Where do you come from, Madam Joe? Sarah Joe, where you come from? Okay.
Never so much for the topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to tell my boss, really, thank you ever so much. I always like to follow up.
Okay.
I tell you what is able. For my man is able. I enter the organization. The way she put smile in my face is that me to not even think on my condition. But I was thinking for the love that she carried on. Therefore, let her protect us. The president did not make mistake by making us to be here. Because
Okay.
she knows the stable people problem. She cannot put every party in the stable
Yes.
people office.
That's been sensitive. The president was very sensitive in appointing her because he knows that she's a disabled.
Yeah, and that's even where I think that things they have is that it's not for her, but therefore thinking that they
Okay.
are like, therefore.
Thank you, madam. Thanks. Let me take this call from here. Hello, welcome, you live. Let's say it quickly.
Hello, how are you doing, people?
I'm okay. What's your name? Where do you call from?
This is Owen Deeply and I join you from my comfort zone, comfort zone, peace.
Listen to you. Make your intervention quickly, my brother.
Thank you, big brother. And let me also extend my thanks and appreciation to the honorable director in studio. You know, she spoke excellently. And we always want to send out this caveat to the Liberian people. There's a reason why people should applaud people who are involved with the good. And since the ascendancy of Madame Dantonwon to the National Commission on Disabilities, we can see a gradual improvement of person with disability. I think she deserves some level of applause, she deserves some level of thanks, she deserves some level of gratitude as it relates to the
Thank you.
The proper government.
Thank you. The lines are bustling. All my lines are ringing. It's just in appreciation of the director here. Hello, welcome. Let's say it quickly. Now go to the next line.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Where do you call from? Make your intervention quickly. What's your name?
My name is Abu Kemuga. I am in Caldwell.
Okay, I'm a come guy.
Thank you very much to our sister, our mother, this baby, for what she has continued to do for people living with disability.
Mm-hmm.
Because when she took over in June, July, she really, really meant well. You know, one thing I love about her, when you go to her for assistance, there is no form of bureaucracy. She tell you plain blank and do what she can do.
Okay.
Not to go there, go come back. At the end of the day, you'll be let down. If she decides to help you, she just do it once and for all, and you walk away. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks a lot. Let me take this one. I will take 5 minutes of the Lotteries director Antonio Nangbe's time to just hello, welcome to extend this program a bit. Hello, welcome.
Hello. This is Mr. Comfort. I'm calling from Maryland, Apple City.
Your name is what?
Mrs. Comfort Hammer, calling from
Mrs.
Maryland,
Comfort
Apple
Hammer,
City.
welcome from Haberbelelu. That's the man where I always understand and enjoy the man called Sarah's body called that place Belelu. My Oba, let me hear you, man. Let me hear you quickly.
Okay. Thank you, brother. And I tell my sister, thank you, there. I'm a person living with disability.
Okay.
So we got a lot of parents in Maryland, yeah.
Mm.
They hand that I can extend to them in Maryland that it can reach to us.
Mm.
And they need to help us to do our election.
Okay.
So the time we have one person, Rudy, Maryland, people, all over the whole Maryland cafe. One coordinator, no coordinator, he very bad. Not a second year now. He can't change.
That disabled man too?
We are getting good message.
Okay. Okay.
More they might help us.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let me tell you. Let's call now. Come to the Dantonwon and close up. My man Antonio is here already. Hello. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Jana, how you doing, brother?
I'm okay, sir. Where do you call from? What's your name? Please make your interventions. Zulu Whiskey. Hey, man, Zon. Let's hear you from the native land of Zulu Whiskey.
Thank you for that eloquent speaker in studio.
Yes, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Is that looking at the prevailing situation surrounding people of disability, and thank God for that pure confession that the president of this unique country has increased their budget from 350 to 600 plus.
Yeah.
And seeing that the president is coming to make solar effective the 4th of next month, particularly the public of his developmental activities. Is she going to range that county in her reporting to be one of the beneficiaries if we have never had any experience of supporting this county
All right.
or institution?
Thank you. Thank you, Steve Zong. Thank you, so Steven. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you, so kindly.
Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I said don't worry. And we go there together. But you boo, I said bam you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I said don't worry.
All my lines are ringing. I can't tell all the calls. It looks like Miss Paybayee has mesmerized you guys so very kindly. Very much, brother. I can't tell all the calls, please. I beg you, people. We'll find time after this one. This is a special arrangement. She has to come and talk about the developments. I will take one day, I bring her for 2 hours. You have the time to talk to her. This got bang bang. Jesino entered the ra. Let me come back to her as a response. All the calls, many of the calls were just giving you some accolades, giving you a pat on the back and said thank you.
So let me first of all, let me close by saying a very big thank you to the Deputy Minister for Public Affairs and that of the Press Secretary for this opportunity. And to my brother from Zweju, our Zweju coordinator is Jackson Shilu, and we've been coordinating Jackson Shilu.
Okay.
Jackson Shilu is the coordinator for Grange, and we've been coordinating with him very closely. One of the challenges is the issue of network and other things, but I'm glad that a lot of you are calling. If Jackson is following, I'm sure definitely he's very effective. Maryland, we have Joseph, Bayou, we have Rose, and all of them are right there in Maryland. They can find them in Plebo because sometimes the network issue in Harper is sometimes a bit challenging, but they coordinate all of our activities in those places. With the issue of election, the commission don't have election. The commission is the government arm. The commission is the one that was enacted by law. The arm that go for election in March, they will be going for election, is the National Union of Organization of the Disabled, which is the civil society arm of the disabled community. It was the National Union of Organization of the Disabled with its member that advocated and petitioned the House to bring into being the National Commission on Disability. So for the commission, we appoint people across the country, and 267 volunteers we have across the country were appointed when we took over. So the NUOD will be going to election, and the commission is the one that also coordinates NUOD's activity when they are going to election. So very soon in March, NUOD going to be having election. And all of those issues, I know Pastor Peter is listening. We're going to follow up on that. With the group of 77, it was established in 1977 as a charity arm of government to ensure that at that time disability was as a charity model, and that is exclusively run by the office of the president and the vice president. So as you know, the Commission on Disability is the one that we coordinate, in section 1 of the act of the commission call for appointment of 3 qualified persons with disability. This is why you're hearing him talking about me being appointed by the president, and I have to come and explain some of the work that we've been able to do. I just thought to provide that clarity to our brother in Magvi. We have Moses Pakla, who's the NCD coordinator. Moses Pakla is also the head of the Christian Association of the Blind, which is an OPWD right in Magvi. You can find their office right around the prison compound. So once you connect with Moses Bakla, he will definitely be able to work with you. For those of you in Bon County, we have Arthur Bono and that of Romeo Howard. They kind of like coordinate our activity. In Lofa, we have Sekunyen, and Sekunyen coordinate our activity from that end. In Bapolu, we have Jion Kule, and you can connect with Jion Kule. He will be able to get to you with the rest of the team. In Bassa, my brother, who we're talking about Bassa, we have already structured across Bassa. Our Bassa coordinator is Elizabeth. She lives right on the train track, and you can be able to connect with them.
Madam
So
Paybayee,
basically,
no
we
time.
want to
We gotta
say
go.
very, very big thank you to His Excellency for the level of support. And we're going to let you know that definitely on Monday, the community of persons with disability are in full support of your work, and will continue to carry out what it is that we have to do in betterment of the life of our community. Thank you, and thank you so much. Disability is not inability, remember, and nothing about us without us. Let us start to do it ourselves, as your limit is yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very kindly. No, I'm trying to get something else. Thank you so very much. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get this one as I let it go. It's on it's on this radio right now, and on ERBC radio. And I will just take a break, then I will come back. Let me do this one. Oh, what's happening to my machine? Is like it's having some problem. But I will take a break. Let me just get this one done quickly.
It's Crowd Up Boy, yeah. I too happy you came my way. Oh, da. Soon on they break like your face, I wanna see. I just wanna be loving you. That's just how I wanna be. I will ride for you like Gange. Now I want you, you not play. I love you, don't touch it. Oh, got me singing like morning, oh, morning, baby. I just wanna sing morning, oh, morning, baby. Got a song for you, yeah, yeah. Morning, oh, morning, baby. I'm in love with you. Morning, oh, morning, baby. When you smile, the whole world freeze. Oh, da, da, da. When you pose, no need to say cheese. Oh, no, no. Your beauty, that news, let them carry the cheese. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. No competition, you take it with ease. Put that, you know, put that on my heart, too. For nobody, wherever you're spot, oh. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. They leave with my bone, I won't put you in class. Yeah, oh yeah. Fly salmon, I'll touch you when you pass. You fall like your mama, then go out there.
No, it's okay.
You too metro, you not like fries. You my era, then you think. Cover bed party in the daily, oh. Me, I like good thing. Me, I like good thing. Let people don't want you, oh. Morning, oh, morning, baby. I just wanna sing. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Got a song for you, yeah, yeah. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. I'm in love with you. Hold on. King Java, see you, papi. Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, King Jaffa, I want to see you, Pape. It's on ELBZ Radio. Sorry for the little feedback of outside the microphone. Oh yes, on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. As I said to you, this is a segment organized by the government communication team to talk about the developments of the government for the last 6 years. We are bringing in ministers, bringing in directors to talk about the progress they have made in their own areas. And we talked to the head of the District Commission. She has just left. Now coming up next is Mr. Antonio Nangwe, who has the national lotteries. Let's get the one for a bit, okay? Oh, what's happening? I don't know. I wanted to play one cruise song again, Fanny.
They play that one of Chiliki.
From the first time I saw your face, I knew I was in love. Baby, your smile takes my breath away. And they can say what I want, girl, don't mind. As long as you are by my
Oh, yes, we're going to Maryland County. Just next to Grand Crew. Brevo and Crew both the same people. And every time Anthony Williams listens to this song, he's dancing to his he wanna be dancing on his hand. Where are my people in Green Crew County? Where are the people in Plebo? In Harper? What a belly boy. Oh, welcome to the show, just a teaser. I know all my woman in Maryland got it dancing. But the woman definitely taking that big baggy. You can put that slip on there on that head, the tile, the lapa, on a back. You know. But let me welcome the head of the National Lotteries Agency. Authority rather. He's here with his PR members. But he's gonna take the microphone. If there's question to be answered by his people, he will do that. But Reginald Antonio Nangbe is the head of the National Lotteries Authority. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jara.
How's the authority? Your life, go ahead.
Oh, the authority is feeling well. We are doing great. I think a happy new year also that we are making immense progress since we took on the National Lottery Authority.
And immense progress. The last time I checked, you were giving us some handout to people who are in disability lives. And then the guys from Lofa called me and said, Jala, you gotta tell you, man, thank you, because, you know, I talked to the guys who are making farm. Can you imagine this? People making farm in Lofa?
The Blind Association.
The Blind Association, you sent a motorbike to them.
Not just a motorbike, we send a computer site to them, we send a motorbike, we send stationaries to their office, you know, what they requested for. And that they have functioned also to help the disabled community.
They're so elated. They called me and said, it was good you linked us with this man and the entire authority. We're so happy. Tell him thank you. So this is my way of saying this to you in a public manner, that the National Lotteries did well for the people in Lofa to have identified with them in that kind of way.
To God be the glory, and thank God for President George Manawaya.
For the preferment and the time given to serve. But again, it was not just the lotteries given to people in Lofa. You are giving some based on your social corporate responsibilities. You are also giving some handouts to people during the Christmas and New Year time. Tell us about that.
Gerard, I don't want us to start the house to run. I wanted to start from.
But these are some of the things we're doing.
We will talk about them. As stand progressive on this.
So how is the commission?
The authority is doing well. The authority is doing well, like I said, immensely doing well. Like I said.
You were appointed in the first term of President George Weah. You were not confirmed. You got appointed again. Now you're running. You just jetted and running. Tell us about the progress you made in the last years you've been there, and over the last 6 years, you came to source on 10 odd notes on the board. Tell us, what are your success stories? What have you done in the last 6 years as President Weah gives in for another 6-year tenure come 2023 October 10?
I thank God again. I thank God to President George Manawaya for believing in me, Reginald Antonio Nangbe, to serve as the Director General of the National Lottery Authority. like you already stated, there's a solicitor sundown. We were appointed 2018, nominated 2018, June 18, by the President of the Republic of Liberia. But because the job was a turning job, Martin Cody, the man that succeeded, went to court, and the court ruled in favor of him. So that is a story now. But the lately we took over 2021. The president believed in us, and he know that we make the difference. That he trusted us, he renominated us to the position as Director General. We were confirmed by the Liberia Senate, and by July 15, we took over the authority and the mantle of the authority. When we took over the authority, I just want to lay the basis. We took over a broken system. We took over a place that was no system at all working. We took over a place that was not respected of the laws. That is the PNN law, the PPC laws. There was nothing people were taking into considerations. Even laws that are on the book that speaks that you must pay the funds. That means the funds let it feed directly to the bank account of the authority. That will not pay directly to people's pockets. It was used for other things. So when we took on the authority, we met a book that we could not cooperate, could not understand. So immediately we met the authority that never had any policy paper. So we were clear with no policy paper. That means the HR policy, the financial policy, something to guide us to work, with the exception of the act that created National Lottery Authority. So what we did first was to see our best to call in the auditor, the GAC, to do an audit. And immediately I want to say thank you to Joshua, he came in and did a complete audit of the place in the presence of my deputy. That time he was acting, and immediately the guard that was placed left the country because there were a lot of discrepancy. Yeah, a lot of
the deputy was appointed before you got there. Notice that there was a lot of discrepancies on the part of the city where you were appointed.
Yeah, so
and before you was also appointed.
Yes. So he called for an audit, and there were a lot of discrepancies. And immediately when the guy was indicted, he definitely left the country through by some amazing other thing. But thank God that
so there was no accountability as a result of the audit. Those who were entrapped could not give account. They fled the country.
Yeah, Jala, the operator have receipt, but the receipt was not reflecting on our bank statements. You understand? So immediately the president, the minister of state, then called for an audit, and immediately the audit indicted the guy, and he left the country. So what we did when we took over the National Lottery Authority, because for us we believe in decency, we believe in system, we believe in moving the country forward, and the dream of George Manning we are. So immediately when we got there, the first thing we did our complete procurement plan. Today, at the PPCC, the National Lottery Authority is among 5 government agencies that present a plan on time, and they've been approved by the PPCC. What we did a presentation of our budget. What we did, the regulations, we have the regulation that guide the gaming sector. When we took over, the regulation says only 4 casinos in the Republic of Liberia. 4 casinos in the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
It says 2 people betting companies in the Republic of Liberia. So we got there, we said no. Our people need jobs. So we went straight to the board.
That was what the law says.
No,
right?
the regulations. The regulations.
Okay.
Because the act gave us the right to conduct, manage, supervise, and regulate all game of chance in the Republic of Liberia, including Lotus. So immediately, our 3 month time, we were able to carve 003. 003 speaks to 5 casinos in Messerette County. Out of Messerette County on a case-by-case basis. We went to work, we increased the fees of the lesson. The lesson fee was $60,000 for casino. We increased it to $100,000 because we noticed that people making more money at the casino while the authority was getting small money. Then we want to work also. There were 2 major sport betting companies in the Republic. There were other companies here that lessons were still in the corridor of the authority. So when we got there, immediately we review it and everything. The law says on a case-by-case basis to serve, to operate in Liberia as a sport betting company. So immediately we open up the market. Today, Jala, I can safely tell you today that over 7,000 Liberians employed with our operators. 7,000 Liberians.
So it means that
Formally
you
employed.
increase the number of betting companies.
Exactly so.
And
That would-
increase the number of casinos.
Yes.
Thus giving more employment opportunities for Liberians.
To Liberians, and our revenue also increased. Today, sport betting was $40,000. Now people pay $80,000. Slot machine
For
one lesson. Slot machines were $20,000. People pay $40,000. Casino was $60,000. People pay $100,000 today. Today we have more than 70,000.
And your clients, are they comfortable with that? Are they
Exactly so. Exactly so. People playing. That's another form of That's another way of informal employment. People playing every other day.
And people are winning.
People are winning every day. I don't want to call this one just $100,000 from those bet.
But I'm saying to you, somebody who I know from this compound won $1 million.
Exactly so, Jada. So
$1 million.
So we increase.
We're calling the youngest millionaire in LBS.
So we increase the lesson fee, Jada. We increase the lesson fee, and the people are paying for the lesson fees. Today, Labor National Authority, we in compliance with all of the laws. People don't pay money to people pocket no longer. You pay directly to the bank account of the Labor National Authority. Today we can boast of our own cars. We already purchased about 5 cars in our lab budget. Yeah.
Just for operation purposes.
Because the law says that the lesson fee is used for the administrative running of the authority.
Okay.
So it includes salaries and overhead.
So you pay yourselves.
Yeah, we paid ourselves. Government getting some subsidy, but we paid ourselves because what government is giving is a little.
So do you remit money to the government coffers?
Yes, we do through the LRA. Today, when someone win anything, I win $100, they're going to pay $20 to the LRA. It's 20% gambling tax.
Okay.
Yes.
Gambling tax. But
Yeah.
in terms of your own remittances that you get from licensings and SYZ, does the commission, does the authority give money to the government through the budget?
No. We support the budget from the taxes we pay from the for the gambling company. We support the budget. That money is used for the administrative running of the authority.
Okay.
It's used for the administrative running of the authority. And for that same money, today, like you were saying, the guys from Lofa County, the Blind Association of Lofa County, we bought a motorbike, we bought a computer set, we bought a stationaries, we bought a generator to run the offices. I think it comes from that money also. Since we took over the National Authority, the authority has spent over $600,000 to give back to the disabled community, the orphanage home, the OH home. It is because of George Weah. Before then, that money was sent directly to the group of 77 under a blanket way, because they will always tell you that their act is very clear. The act is very clear. The act is very clear. The group of 77 is a subset of the disabled community. Now we work with the National Union on Disability of Liberia,
No, yeah.
Chapter 2 December, we distributed, we serve 130 organizations under NUO. Within 30 counties. You understand, Jara? Are you getting me?
I'm getting you.
Last July,
I'm trying to do some fact check.
last July, we serve 110 disabled organizations. We are giving laptops to disabled students. We have given.
It's from the. What do you do? Do you capture them from the National Disabled Commission or from NUO to know who you want to identify?
We work directly with NUO.
Okay.
We work directly with NUO. The issue of the computer, there's a young guy that is within AMA University. So this day was distributed in July. He came and said, "Oh, Chief, I don't want rest. I just want an old computer, but I'm $100 to get that old computer." I said, "No, you do not deserve old computer." We went directly to the store. We bought a brand new laptop for $690 and gave it to him. There was a lady, sometime when someone is ill, there was a lady that suffered cancer in the ear. When we heard a quest on OKF we provided her ticket to and from to India, to the church in India. Thank God that she's recuperating.
And that accolades come to the authority for helping those who are.
That's the function of the authority.
Okay.
The authority to meet needs of the needed.
Okay.
Yes, the Act says the proceeds from conducting a lotto, we have to do lotto here too. Because the lotto, that money should come from the lotto, the proceeds from it. The one we're taking money from now is used for the administrative running.
Okay.
But still, we cannot sit in at that authority and the Act tells us that we should do this, then we wait until we conduct a lotto game. So we take like the budget year, we capture $200,000 for this year.
$200,000
United dollars for this year.
for what?
To give back to the community. China, as I speak, we get about 25 disabled people that we empower them with markets. We build a booth for them, we put business in the booth, we treat them. We get some people selling dishes, some people get bought freezers, we put soft drinks, a lot of water in the freezers, some people selling trash card, some people selling dry goods. We gave it to them. December, we shared over 2,000 bags of rice to the disabled community, the churches, the home, the hospital, orphanage home, OH home. That's the function of the Liberal National Authority.
Now, so Mr. Antonio.
But before then,
mm-hmm.
that money was sent on a blanket way, say, to the group of 77. The money is not for group of 77.
Why was it sent to the group of 77 at the time?
Yes, the reason because they lied to us for the period of time. They said that the local authority was directed under the fire president. That's not true. Charity in the arcade, there's nothing that's under the fire president. The fire president supervised every other institution in the Republic of Liberia in the absence of the president. Agree. The act says a policy advisor shall be appointed by the president from the office of the vice president.
Mm-hmm.
The act tells us that all of our reports shall be made to the office of the president.
Okay.
The president appoints the director general. The president appoints the board members. The report says at the end of every year,
mm-hmm.
September 30th,
mm-hmm.
the report should be submitted to the office of the president. So they use that situation
mm-hmm.
to fill the former vice president office over the period of time.
Which was against the eye?
Against the eye. There are times when the vice president often made a request for group president, we pay attention to it because she is the vice president. And we respect her. That's one thing I respect her for. She has never one day come to Mr. Reginald or the authority. You take that money to the group of 77. Her request is always like, there's a death situation at the group of 77, we take care of it. There's a land issue with the group of 77, we pay for that land, we pay for the survey fee. But the past time, that money was driven directly
to the group of 77.
Yes.
But then
it was used Nicodemusly. That's the reason that money was not paid directly to the account of the authority.
Now,
but this time around, it's changed.
It has changed.
It has changed. It has changed completely. It has changed.
And nobody twists your arms and say, do this one, and you are stated.
I'm a man of integrity. That's the reason I put in place a system at the Liberal National Authority. When you get there, people call the show. When you get to that place now, Chala, as I speak now, we have only 20 computers. All of our offices fully AC. We bought a brand new 45 kVA machines. We own EDC. We bought cars for our people. We bought a big bus. My then deputy,
that takes the people around.
My deputy now, when he was acting, he bought a brand new bus. When I took over, I bought a brand new bus that runs from Bourgeois Island to the office. Once run from here to the office. We bought cars for directors. The place is now workable. Okay. The place is now working.
Now, so Mr. Reginald Antonio Nangbe, what plans have you put in place? What have you done? Because you're saying you rented building though in the Mambabon area. Have you? When last time I checked, you were trying to purchase a land to build a headquarters of the National Lotteries.
Chada, as I speak, we had 150,000 to get a land because we from them move that money forward to this year budget. It is in the budget 150,000 to find a land. Anyone get a land now between Congo
you
Town.
Buy the land and build your headquarters.
Exactly so, Jana. We'll do that. We'll do that. That's the reason the president believes in us to serve in that position. We'll do that, Jana. Jana, we have touched every disabled organization within the Republic of Liberia, with the exception of the Southeast.
Now, let the Southeast. Monrovia is not just Liberia. I wanted to go to.
We touch most of the county. We touch Bombay County. We touch Cape Ma. We touch Papulu. We touch Nimba. We touch.
You also touch Lofa. I know.
Lofa. We touch Magidi, Passel. You understand?
Now,
in Nimba, as I speak, the first of a kind. Do you know the rehab center in Nimba?
No, I don't know the place.
But they have the leprosy patients.
No.
Quarter and ice. We took there more than 15,000 worth of goods, food, non-food items, and drugs to our brethren there. As I speak now, we're going to renovate the school beginning the 1st of February. in that place there. We provide all of the material to start producing their crutches and everything. We provide that money.
To start providing
In
crutches.
Neighbor now, we get one of the biggest farm in Neighbor, disabled farm in Neighbor. The Neighbor Disabled Association, we provided working tools across more than $10,000 to the disabled organization for Neighbor County. In Lofa, we promised them the proceeds for the farm, they're totally going to buy it.
Or the proceeds from the farm for the disabled in Lofa.
In Lofa.
Where
The oil, the pepper, everything in the farm going to buy it.
You buy them, you supply to the
We supply it to fellow disabled people of this other places. Today, as I speak, Jada, I want to get a breaking news today on air.
Please do.
Today, as I speak, at the University of Liberia, you know that there's no school fee being there.
Yeah, I know that.
Pay registration fee. We signed a contract with the University of Liberia today. We released a check today. We have 23 disabled students at the University of Liberia. We pay all of their registration fees. And we promise to get them $25 per person every month for transportation.
$25 every month.
Every month.
This is unprecedented. I didn't
And
hear that.
we
Who can say happy say it for
and we are extending it to all public universities. Tomorrow, between now and Friday, my people will be in Grand Bassett to do the assessment. I spoke with the superintendent of Grand Bassett already to do the assessment to check
in a public university.
exactly
in
so
Mombasa.
to check how many disabled students in that university. We're going to pay for the registration fee and give them $25 every month as a stipend. We go to Bomi County, we go to Neighbor County, where you find a public university. That's the church we are. That's the kind of man we serve.
Since 1847, I hear it when I hear it. Because they say it ain't happened before.
But geography-
I can say 1822 because.
But try for surprises. Jesus Christ and his disciples were the same.
You know the Bible too, eh?
Exactly so. That's why when the guy went, there was a guy that wanted to cast a demon. The lady said, the demon said to the lady, said, Jesus I know, Paul I know, but who are you? So you ask now, who is me now? I will tell you that I'm a drug guy follower. I'm a reaction. That's the reason.
You are Joey.
Yes. That's the reason you see
Joey.
the immense development taking place at the National Lottery Authority. No one knew about Lottery Authority. No one knew about Lottery Authority. As I speak,
On a serious
as
note,
I
think
speak,
you guys.
as I speak, and Jana is surprised. As I speak, perhaps the president Sona, he will announce setting up of the IMCC. We are about to outsource the way back in that lotto game. Because there are thousands of people that wait for that game.
The Lotto game.
Yes.
It's the deposit the Lotto game.
Send that not the tree.
Because this is how the office where on Broad Street there.
It's owned by
Kira Street, yeah.
It's owned by the government, it's owned by the authority. But we do not have the capacity now to run it because now it's money last.
But it's operational.
It's not operational. Like what we're going to do now, we're going to outsource it. Like the people around the world outsource theirs. We're going to see it now at the car stations, at the supermarkets, at the PS machine. You can use a telephone to play. By the grace of God, before April, before May, it will be in the market.
The lotteries will come on again.
Exactly so.
The national lotto.
Exactly so.
I used to see the paper with a BB bed and
Every day,
and
Chala, every day the paper at my office. They at my office every day. Thank God. We fill it with all the plans. The procurement plan have been signed by PBCC. We submitted to the office of the president already. That's the church we are.
So let me ask you, you are doing all of these things in Montserrat in terms of the gaming.
Not Montserrat alone.
I'm coming. I know about Montserrat. I don't know about your decentralization programs in the 15 counties. Now you talk about how you call it, sir? The casinos in Montserrat, the betting stations in Montserrat. Do you have these facilities in some of these counties that are just accessible around Monrovia and around Liberia?
Exactly so.
Banga, Bonkante,
Exactly so.
Buchanan, Nimba. These are bustling cities.
We have sport betting in 13 counties.
13 counties.
Sport betting.
And they pay taxes to the government.
The pay taxes, the sport betting we take.
Were they there before?
Yeah.
Were they there before?
Some were there, but we just noticed that so they pay the money we find and they pay.
They pay.
Yeah. So
What about casinos?
No, casino, what we did for the casino, you want to be in Montserrat County, you pay $1,000. But out of Montserrat County, you want to go to Maggie, you pay $60,000. Because we encourage people to go out of Maserati County. You understand, Jara? We encourage people to go out of Maserati County. There are people now get interest to go to Kanta to pay a casino there already. We're working on the modality. Jara, this sector have created a lot of jobs for our people. People passing around saying we give people lessons. We don't just get people lessons, Jara. I defy anyone that will come to me or come to this station say I get this lesson uncovered. And never. We have created more job. That's one place I created more job. I said 7,000 more than 7,000.
A small place with a big heart.
With big heart. But don't you know that those rates are dirty diamonds?
A dirty diamond.
Yeah, just to be polished. Don't you know that?
So what do you mean when you say dirty diamond didn't be polished?
There are millions of dollars that pass through lotteries.
Hidden ones.
Hidden ones, yes.
You have to discover them and recover them.
Exactly so. Try to watch up. The national lottery is kick off. You will see what happened in Liberia. I will contribute to the budget of being more. We also working, Jara, as I speak, with the LRA to bring in the central monitoring system. Yeah? They call the CMS. That system is going to track every other transaction. A Jara goes today to go to window or go to Dutchbell or go to bet the match to play. That 4% tax there, the system will take it from there. Say the one that government will keep it. When Jara wins, that 20% they will take it from there. When Jara lost, that other money will take it from there. At the end of the day, we inform LRA, say LRA, the S company owe us $2 million. You're going to pay it. But now to speak, Jara, people doing such declaration. You understand? We don't know how many person play per day, per minute, per hours. You understand? But overall, Jara, we have made immense progress at the authority. Our hand marks are on the sense of time. We have created a lot of jobs. We have transformed the national authority. We are giving food, non-food item to the disabled community than any other organization in Liberia.
Wow. How do you respond to criticism from the public that the national lotteries is contributing to a lot of wayward children? The children who come from school are involved in gambling.
That is not true.
And that's what they say, that you are giving more lessons to people who are doing gambling around here. And the children who come from school, they get involved in this, and they are not no studious again, they get involved in Zogoism around here.
Jala, that is not true. From 2023 to present, there was Zogo in Liberia. They put a place, they think they are not Zogo. That people like you and myself. I'm not a politician. I'm not going to dive into, yes, say, they say. People are raising an argument. They bring evidence to show that a photo, immediately that company, I will find them and I will arrest that machine. China will create a job for people talking about getting lessons out of people. Most of the games are being played on the telephone now. How many places you go to PS machines? Angela? I'm not a politician. I'm a technician. I was sent to that place to revise that place, to bring life to that place. And that's my work. I go to that place later at 9 o'clock in the morning. I leave from there 5 o'clock in the evening. That's my work. I go to that place to make sure that the government generate more revenue. That's my work. I go to that place to empower the people there. That's my work. Today, we can boast of sending more than 20 of our staff to Limpa. They graduated. That's my work. We planning to send people to Morocco. That's my work. We have increased our budget. That's my work. When we went to that place, it was 500,000. Today we're running over $1 million budget. That's my work. Today we are increased distribution to disabled, orphanage home, OH people, 300%. That's my work. I'm not a politician. Type of politics will talk politics. My work is to bring sanity to the sector. I have no interest in any gimmick operators. Today, we do not hold the WLA, the World Lottery Association. We pay them.
You pay all your royalties to them.
Everything. The ALA, the African Lottery Association, we pay it. The West African Lottery, we pay everything. Today, Liberia is sitting at the table of lotteries around the world. We attend all of the major conferences, seminars. That is our work, to bring back that dignity to the authority.
Mr. Antonio Nangbe, Reginald Antonio Nangbe is my guest.
Today, the vice president involved. The current vice president involved into the lotteries authority. She supervised. She guided us through the process. She always willing to listen to us. We lay on our shoulder all the time. That's our work. The president, no involvement. My son, hey Reggie, has the authority. My son, I hear the good news. Take it, papi. That's my work. Today, I can work in my community on Broad Street, every corner of the country with my head up. Because we brought transformation to the authority. That's what we stand for. The Bible says, "My work by this day." The next coming that no man shall work. The day is coming at 2023, October 10.
Mm-hmm.
Our work will show our proof.
All right, let's take this break and we'll come back. We'll go to the lines.
They will know everything about you more than you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk, they will talk, they will talk just to bring you down. They will spread all your bad news more than they spread your good news. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Oh, see, let them do the talking again. See, I will do the bluffing, yeah.
Oh, let us do the talking, we'll do the work. That's what the Bible says. Yeah, believe it, let us do the talking. But we will do the work. He always say, "You get a blueprint, I will do the work." Those who are doing the work are around. I will come back to the language just like you want to say something before I go to the line.
If nobody talks about you,
This is my D12. If nobody talks about you, they are nobody. I'm looking for the song called Beg Beg Book Beg Beg Book Beg 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 Book Beg Beg Book Beg. I own there or is a trailer from there. This is the bumper show on ELBC radio and all frequencies across Liberia. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalifagala Kian Balakulu. Nyale one took out Zobogoma. Nana Griffith. I'm here till 6 o'clock. Let me come back to Tony. He wants to say something before I go to the line.
Chala, I also gave the authority to create offices in districts, counties, and city.
Oh.
Yes. So
And are you doing that currently?
yes, we did.
How many counties and districts have you had your offices?
We divided into region. Grand Bassa deal with Sindo and Riverside. The office in Grand Bassa County. Maryland deal with
People who are involved in gambling there, they can bring money and give it out there.
But in Maryland, my son in Maryland raised more than almost $35,000 defeated. Because people there hustle illegally. They pick it when they pick it, caught the Jasper Woods. They were in Grange there, to the coal camp, had a machine there. So in Zwaju said they sell. So in River G.
So they make a hustle gambling everywhere.
They make a motor bag, they make everything they put there in the community. Where there's internet, they're there. We found them. We got them like $36,000, eh? $36,000. $36,000. You understand? That man, Jasper Woods, right? He's based in Harper City. Honestly, thank to the administrative officer of the city mayor or the superintendent of Harper or of Maryland County that gave us to use the administrative building there. So get an office administrative building. Look, Jala, the thing all in the corner. Bamash will be bombing. Bomb will deal with Kidman and Bapolo. They will be in Nimba. Nimba will deal with Nimba and Pong County. They will send one in Lofa. That will working.
Okay, let me get this one. I'll come back now.
D12 on the beat. All I do was win.
Where's my man Carlos Moses Talakai Tamakai Gray? Jump 08. D2 is here right now.
I say I was born to win. Born to win.
Bagugbe is born to win.
All I do was win, win, win.
Liberians have to turn out to the Capitol building on Monday when the president comes to address the nation in a sauna.
You give me a jumbo boy. I say a jumbo,
Kolbas tells me he'll be there.
a jumbo boy.
We'll be there, we'll be there, we'll be there. Titi Jibro as a red,
Yeah.
Osh, and the rest of the Gati Petting Young, we all will be there to listen to the president's sauna and provide you the platform for you guys to come and talk about it. Deputy Minister Jalawa Tompo and that of Waga Fofana all will be there. We'll give you a platform. We're gonna build outside there. We'll give you a platform. You come and speak and tell us why you invested of the president's sauna. And thereafter we have another one of your partners coming and they talk about what they learned, what they heard, and how they're gonna how do they interpret those messages. D2 is here. Call me now on 080-514-096. 080-514-096. That's the number to call me right now. If you call me, then I will take your calls and I will announce the other number later. Let me take the first caller for you. Hello, welcome. You are born to win.
Hello?
Hello, welcome, sir.
After the people that are going to get a proposal of the woman.
Proposal Bagugbe, how are you?
I
Yeah.
want for you.
Oh, my begin. They men are saying some my friends, so I'll make you get in contact. Don't worry about that. Yeah? Yeah. He's a visually impaired young man. His spirit is telling. You know, I would not say the rest of it. He's visually impaired.
Okay.
But the guy, I don't know how he uses the phone. The man is the first to call the show in the middle or in the center. Or you either the last. So he always call me and I'll be and I will not say the rest of the two I've done.
Okay.
We have him as I've done for him. But he's like he called himself proposal of Bakube. Yeah, you need to know the man. Let me take Minister Jura Sando. Jura Sando is an assistant minister. Welcome for administration. How are you, sir?
I'm okay, and you?
My man, I want sort of Nima GB, man.
Okay, still vex.
I'm very. I say celebrate Nima because you know Nima born and local call outside North Central Alliance, right?
You know that one today you got vex?
I'm very sir. I saw you get very.
You got vex.
Man, Mr. Minister, go ahead. Let me listen to you.
Good afternoon, small brother, Antonio Language. I'm taking my time. I'm listening to you from the beginning of the show. I must appreciate you. I must commend you for the level of improvement you have brought to Labrador National Road Race. I did not know all these things until we sat down and explained them. We as government officials we must appreciate each other when the good things are done. This is what the president of Liberia gave for the task to perform. So I must appreciate you highly. Continue doing what you are doing. This is what President Joe we have put you there for. And this is a character call to all of us to improve the living condition of our people.
Okay.
Improve the job we are giving all and to do it to the best of our ability. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have another assistant minister, Luz Thomas. He's for public affairs, assistant minister for public affairs at the Ministry of Information. Minister, welcome again.
A pleasant good evening to you, Jala, and good evening to my own colleague, Reginio Antonio Nagwe. You guys are doing great. I just want to call in and say, where you have passion and innovation, the byproduct is inspiration.
Okay.
What Regina has explained and what he's currently doing is a clear manifestation of the president's commitment to ensuring that our national dispensation is improved.
Absolutely.
We have come a long way as the government. And as a people, we have put aside sentimentality because of whence we've come. And we are working in the interest of our people. I just listened to everything Regina said. And it is intriguing to note that the social corporate responsibility of our people is being shouldered by the national lyrics. They would have chosen to even do all of these things themselves, for themselves, and put aside the president's interest. But no, they have made a vow to country and to this administration that they would do that which is necessary to improve the lives of our people.
Definitely.
And this is important for all sectors of government. What is even interesting, Jala, is the fact that the president's sooner, which is the last for this administration and the next, we will see next year. It's going to be a very interesting one because the sectors have played out all of the activities in the last 6 years.
Okay.
And these sectors are prepared to lay bare the activities to the Liberian people.
Mr. Minister, thanks.
It is no longer wishful thinking for us as Liberians because we have seen exactly what the president, has done to his lieutenants and also through his own inspiration with the Liberian people. So I just want to say thank you to Reginald, thank you to all of my colleagues across government, administration agencies and public corporations for what they've continued to do. And we hope and pray that Liberia is watching and in the full light to come. President, we will be re-elected as President of Liberia.
Thank you.
So we can drive forward the agenda in the interest of our country.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, for a well-delivered speech. Thank you a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let me do the next caller. Hello, welcome. 30 seconds, no time.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jalai Marek.
A female caller, you sound like Mercy Tama, am I correct?
Yeah, this is my Tama for the
Calling from the Bagube Avenue or where?
Yeah, for the Interledger Alliance.
Okay, you have 30 seconds. Let's go ahead quickly.
Yeah, Jala, let me commend your studio guest this afternoon for his talking points. He spoke very well. I want to appreciate it so kindly. Let them continue the good work in our work with me, President. We will be re-elected. Comes on toward
Thank you. The next call on this landline. Let's hear you. Hello, welcome. You're live. You won the bumper show.
Good afternoon. My name is Kona Kemin from Lower Johnsonville, specifically the Secretary General of the Liberia Disabled Student with Disability at the University of Liberia.
Okay, you one of those you one of those benefiting from the lottery's assistance?
Of course.
Okay, you have a testimony. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I just want to tell the Honorable Director, thank you very much. This alone will encourage persons with disabilities to go to school. There are a lot of persons with disabilities, and they have the potential, but we need to be encouraged in society. Honorable Director, I just want to say thank you. We appreciate it so much, and we just look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so kindly. The next caller is on this line. Welcome to ELBC Radio. You live. Let's hear you quickly.
Zulu Whiskey, Steven Zone.
Steven Zone from Zulu Whiskey. Let's hear you quickly, Mabida.
In our contemporary town today, gambling institutions have two sides.
Okay.
The advantage and the disadvantage.
Okay. But man, you have 15 seconds at all.
The advantage is where the owner of that institution gains. And the disadvantage is where the players lose all the time. So that encouragement, it makes any country to be poor by anything. Thank you very much.
All right, Steven Zone, 080514096 0770. Someone is asking me, say, brother, please ask your studio guest, as the fees increase, have he added anything on? I don't understand his text you're sending. You got to modify your text because I don't understand it. Hello, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much. Good afternoon. I'm Franklin. I'm the president for the UN Association of Students with Disabilities.
So the second person calling, so it means that there's a lot of testimony that you guys are benefiting. Tell us your story. Let's say it quickly.
I'm the president for the association, and I want to extol the efforts of Director Nangwe for his passion that he has demonstrated for the community. He's one person who sometimes I think as to whether he has some persons who have disabilities that he has feeling. So because he comes with a whole lot of passion, I want to say we look forward to extend our relationship, and thank you so much for what you continue to do.
All right, thanks so very kindly. 080, I will take two calls and come back. 080514096. 080514096. Mr. Reginald Antonio Nangbe is here. The head of the National Lotteries Authority is my guest on the Bumper Show, and this is a collaboration with the Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism, the Office of the President, through the Minister of State and that of LBS, organizing these programs for government officials to appear and tell us about the progress they made over the years. Hello, welcome. Hello? Hello, welcome. Oh, he gone off, please. I will take just one more call. All the calls are coming. I just giving this man an accolade for what he's done at the national lotteries. They're not asking a big question. They just say thank you, thank you, thank you. So we can take some more calls. They make them closer there in 1 minute and they finish. 080-514-096-0770-560-560. Let me take this call. Hello, welcome. Oh, what's happening? You gotta be very patient now. You just please try it again. 080-514-096-0770-560-560. These are the numbers to call us if you want to participate in the bumper show here. Now the guy said, bro, you need to ask the student guests as fees increase of various institutions, payment for lessons. Has he added anything on salary of employees there? Okay, I understand now. So he asked you whether since you increase licensing fee, what are you increasing your people's salary? Hello, welcome.
Yeah, I doing. This is Francis Escator joining you from Lopa County, Foya District.
Foya, welcome to Monrovia.
Thank you very much, the studios guys there. Thank you. This is why we expecting from the people for them to be giving us, information, relating their, department. So thank you very much. Taking courage. Work according to the mandate, the president's mandate.
Okay, thank you. Let's go back to Antonio. You gotta close up. We would have time. News comes on very short.
Yeah, to address the issue about the salaries or enumeration thing. Yes, we did. We are one of the few institutions that even get 30 months.
30 months?
Yes, 30 months. Okay, 30 months. And people are working.
You're not the only person.
At a few institutions that gives 30 months.
Yeah, but also get 30 months.
I say few. I said few institutions that get 30 months.
I want to be your fool.
Yeah, 30 months. Okay, Jala, I want to say thank you to King.
So that's a motivation for the employees.
Exactly so. And that's not
when
all.
They work assiduously, you give them at least 1 month after you got 30 months.
Yeah, 30
it's very
months.
strange in our sector.
And Jala, that is not all. On I say working December, where other people are sitting home and think people that want to work, we even get it so they can to buy the cars or nothing. That's how we work. Go at the National Lottery Authority. They are my colleagues. I'm just opportunity to serve at the head. I always told them that, gentlemen, the president sent us here to make the difference. Change, the change we called for. That thing called change for hope. Today, Jala, if anyone will take that institution, they'll be stepping in big shoes. I'm telling you, Jala, I'm not boasting, we'll take a big shoes. Because our attitude home is the same attitude at the office. To close up, Jala, all of this money we gave into the disabled community, the orphanage home, the OH home, to the hospitals, people are suffering from leprosy, and everything. These are money to be used for the administrative running of the institution. But because the law says we must conduct a national lottery, because we are not conducting it, and the resources for that national lottery should be given to the people. But we can sit there and put our hands in our ear, get ourselves big salaries in the job ourselves all over the place. Then our people that we're responsible to let them to die. Charlie, you know how many persons we send to hospital from the disabled community? We even go to homes. Those are not part of this organization to go to homes. We just should be full enough food added to them.
Mr. Nambo gotta go.
So
no
when
time.
they say thank you to President George Weah again for the opportunity to serve our people. Papa, atatro. Imagine, Tobio, abisiemu.
Atatro. Joe, we are atatro. He said thank you. He said atro.
Atatro. Abisiemu. Say thank you. Yeah.
Your time by your time, nobody can beat you. That's how we go home. Where's my man? Joseph Numa, you fucking see. They nearly married me on the block. Yeah, man, Antonio Sabate, hello. That's how I go. Have a good day. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalupagala Kian Malakuli Yale want to call some woman. Have a good day.
Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you were born to win. All I did was win.
This is your BC Radio 99.9. We broadcast to you from Painesville, Liberia. Well, the time is 6 o'clock. We don't join our newsroom to bring you the news.